Happy Friday, Dr. Shirley and Mrs. Trevino. My name is Kristen Manta, and I am a retired teacher with 20 years experience from kindergarten to high school in the language arts classroom. I'm also an instructional assistant here at Lake Ridge New Tech Middle School. This year, in the instructional assistant role, I got to play with data. And that's not usually a job that most people find really interesting and fun, but I'm usually the exception to the case. Take a look at my stack of data that I went through right here. I was able to disaggregate in lots of different ways that really made it meaningful for our teachers to embrace some of the learning log and test talk language needed within the 8-step process and the workshopping of the New Tech Network to be able to move our children that you see down here and these categories up to the top. Showing teachers how to own the data that comes back to them can be really difficult because as a teacher, you are here to teach, not really spend time in paperwork. So that's where I got to come in and really be able to help teachers understand how to read these data charts so that we can pinpoint the exact skills of where our students are struggling. This right here becomes the data for our 8-step process remediation and enrichment during AST academic success time and for workshopping within the New Tech Network classroom. Look at that. I was able to really open up these conversations with our teachers here so that they understand the skills within those time frames of the instructional process. Can you imagine if we had district-wide conversations that lended our teachers the common language needed to have that type of meaningful conversation? If we can start with our kindergarten students understanding their data all the way through graduation, we can truly allow students to grab ownership in the own learning process so they understand where their name falls and in what color category they are so that we are seeing students move proficiently across the grade levels. Data right here, looking at data, talking about data, being able to implement data strategies through true disaggregation is a way I can really help our entire district. Data drives all of our instruction. And when we're looking at curriculum, I invented a matrix that captures all of the artifacts because if we can switch the way that we think about assignments in our district from being standards-based to skill-based, we can really show how our students grow through all of the different grade levels and the content areas because we've got something that's aligned. For example, in social studies, if everyone is working on a timeline in quarter one, we can build our timeline skills, which encompasses summarizing, and we've got a language arts skill that we can really see how standards and skills align in that one artifact. Same thing for quarter two, for all looking at maps. That gives us directions, latitude and longitude, reading a grid. We see in that second quarter how the social studies artifact aligns standards through skill application that we can then track kindergarten through 12th grade. I'd love to sit down and show you some ideas that I have within this matrix so that you can see how we can document what we're doing here in our amazing district because as a New Tech trained girl, I understand those frameworks and templates that allow us to capture the skill instruction happening in our project briefcases. New Tech. Phenomenal experience to be New Tech trained when I went to Orlando because it allowed me to truly engage with the best of the best. And I like winning awards. And I think that our school should probably win the Best of New Tech award. Let me share with you the goals I wrote down on this planning sheet. Dr. Shirley can retire at a career high and see her vision truly align throughout all of our schools. We set the bar for urban schools succeeding in academics within the New Tech Network. And we win the New Tech Project of the Year back to back because I've got two outline projects right here. The first one, Seeds to Sales. Can you imagine a kindergartner planting a little teeny tiny tomato seed and watching that tomato grow all the way up through business training into 12th grade when we are selling our very own New Tech Schools brand of pasta sauce? You want to make $1 million with that? Me too. We're able to qualify for so many grant opportunities because here in Gary we are a food desert. And right now that's a hot topic to be able to transform our community through student involvement with our curriculum right here in their own hometown. We can literally become $1 million farmers, showing our students how to be self-sustaining and changing the narrative that we see here in our community because we become a curriculum-based school with a business plan. How about that? Listen to the second one that I would love for us to win. We are all stars. We have some amazing telescopes here in the middle school. because it fits in with our science standards. Kindergarten through 12th grade. We are also taking our students out, connecting into Gary, Dunes, National Lakeshore. We have no partnership there, and we need one because since we are all stars, we can imagine what it's like to go on this end-of-year field trip out to the dunes and look at stars within these telescopes. We're able to bring in the Star Lab here to all of our schools. We're able to publish a poetry book that we write about stars. I'm a pretty good editor, and I would love to be able to show students how they aren't just writing for an assignment, but that they're writing for publication. We take our sales brainstorms and all of the essays embedded into the Seeds to Sales curriculum, and we publish a book that we sell. We take every student's poetry under the We Are All Stars curriculum, and we publish those books. They're for sale on Amazon. We train our students how to go speak around the country at various educational conferences, and we really revolutionize the way that we approach the 8-step process, the New Tech Network, and data to truly align our curriculum to be K through 12 aligned, skills-based instruction with some really cool artifacts that support what we want to do here with our students. Today's actually my last day here, but I hope it's not my last day in the district. While my school year has come to an end, summer is the best time for brainiacs like me who just kind of like to study and do big homework assignments to find ways to partner with administrations in schools that need help outlining and delivering these big topics of really rich rhetoric-based educational discourse. So, as a consultant with Agape Learning Tools and Educational Consulting, I would love to be able to speak with you on how we can take these ideas from one building, district-wide, and take Gary, Indiana, nationwide, as we win the New Tech Project of the Year, and take all of these red students up to blue and green. Implementing simple strategies like phonics instruction, journaling, cursive, publishing, working those processes, easy tweaks. And we have our students reading, writing, and adding all on grade level in a really short amount of time. The best seminar I sat in this year was from our NWEA presentation, and it took 2 educators to talk about all of the big things happening with the massive amounts of NWEA data coming, and what we're going to see in schools is really going to shift back towards the paper pencil brainstorming process of getting kids to write their thoughts to things and then publishing with our technology. Let's be proactive in the way that we now construct the skills we know our students need to be successful. So instead of a whole lot of red, we're seeing a whole lot of blue and green. Thank you for the opportunity to serve here in Gary, Indiana. Being a teacher, being an educator, and being a formative experiencer in all of this work is something I truly hope that you feel from the way that I speak about education, to the conversations I get to have with you, to ways that I can impact our student body. Thanks for checking in with me. Feel free to check out the links that I sent to you in that email as well that showcase some of the student work I've done, as well as my CV, and I sincerely look forward to sitting down to talk out with you some of the big ideas and making our K-12 district plans all the way to the New Tech stage. Have a great weekend.